That's some old school Gumiho. Speaking of Gumiho. Oh my god, look who it is. Look who we got here. Spawning in the lower left-hand corner of Alcyon. It is Gumiho, the aforementioned Towel Terran. Yeah, I think it'd be so cool to get a custom towel and have Gumiho sign it. I'm really hoping that he goes to DreamHack Atlanta, so that I can like have him sign it. He went last year, so hopefully we can get him there this year. His opponent in this best of 3, TVT, in the upper right-hand corner, it is Team Liquid's Clem. I've always thought, I mean, I don't know about always, but for a while now, I thought, man, it'd be so cool to have merch for Gumiho that's a towel, right? Like, I feel like a custom towel, you could have a towel, I mean, you can put any design on a towel. You can have a towel that's embroidered with Gumiho's signature. How cool would that be? And you can make it look however you want it, too. You could have it be like a nice dark blue towel, or, I mean, it could just be a standard white towel. You have a lot of options. The thing is, among the like standard merch providers, none of them have hand towels as options. Some of them will do beach towels, maybe bath towels, but hand towels are pretty much never seen. So you'd have to manufacture your own and sell them, which is expensive. It is expensive, right? You'd have to essentially buy like 100 hand towels. I don't know how much that would cost to like bulk make hand towels with the custom printing on it. Or custom embroidery, which is, I think, ideally what you'd want. And then you'd have to sell them yourself, which I feel like wouldn't be that difficult, but might be more than Gumiho wants to worry about. Maybe we need to get it going for him. We should crowdsource this. We'll crowdsource it. We'll get 100 of them printed and sell them at DreamHack Atlanta, and all the proceeds will go to Gumiho so that he can get there. That's the strat. But all right, let's focus on this game a little bit. Early game TVT, and that has actually changed. Not a ton, but it has changed because of the Cyclone. Instead of Hellion, as soon as the factory's done, you get that Cyclone first. And, I mean, it's just a better unit to get out immediately. And we see both players going for it. Now, Gumiho taking his base on location. He's been putting the pressure on. He got the better Reaper engagement. He got 2 Reapers out. Clem's going to build his in the base. It's a little safer. His is done a bit earlier. But Gumiho's got a tank on the way. I have a feeling this is going to be a medevac, and it feels like Gumiho is going to get a little bit aggressive, but the Reaper's going to jump up and scout it. Cyclone not in the position to stop that Reaper, and the Reaper will get at least a bit of a scout. Not as much as I had expected, though. Clem not diving deeper, didn't see the starport without an add-on, which is the tell that your opponent's moving across the map in a moment. So Clem might not be expecting a push. But speaking of push, there it is. Gumiho heading across the map. Clem is going to posture a little bit outside of his base so he can have some advance warning of this. Maybe pick off a unit or two even. Especially if Gumiho is not fully paying attention. This tank does not go through the middle. So Gumiho needs to be a little bit careful that the tank's going to be lagging quite a bit behind. But Clem's not up the right ramp. Gumiho going to this side. Oh, or the Banshee. Oh, no, the Banshee gets taken down. Clem doesn't even bother microing. He knows he needs to focus elsewhere. And now Gumiho, he's going to be able to get into a beautiful siege position. Although this, I'll be honest, this isn't really doing much. Just kind of chilling. This is all buying time for Clem to get more stuff out. He's got a siege tank out. But the tank is just going to help zone for these units. The Reaper's holding at the front, but Gumiho's hitting in the main base. Just taking a supply depot down for right now. Cloak is done, so Clem could try to utilize this Banshee against the Siege Tank. I'd kind of love to see that, but he's maybe feeling confident enough to hold on without it. Same time, though, this Command Center is starting to take a lot of damage from the Cyclone. Starting to take a lot of damage from the Cyclone. With the lift up, the tank siege up, they stop this push from doing too much more, or do they? Gumiho, he's going to stay with it. Oh, man. Meanwhile, the Banshee on the other side of the map, what is here? There is a Raven and Marines. Gumiho needs to deal with that. Looks like the Cyclone went down. The base will finish for Clem, so he has his third command center up. Gumiho's, though, again, on location. 6 SCVs going down. Oh, this Banshee is living. Never mind, it's going to go down. Maybe we can get one more kill. 7 in total. Decent damage for Clem. Definitely what he needed to get done after the start. And this game ends up feeling pretty even. Double NG base starting up here for Gumiho. I don't think Clem has that yet. I'm just going to drop 2 more. Oh, never mind. He's got it. I was going to say he's going to drop 2 more barracks before he starts up double eBay. Nope. He starts up 1-1 as I'm talking about it. Gumiho going to be a tiny bit behind. But, I mean, that is moments. That is unlikely to be a factor in this game. Now, Gumiho's zoned around the center of this map. And the center of this map is one of its more interesting features. These tanks cannot go through here. Big units cannot get through there. Only the little guys can. And that can make the pathing very, very strange. I'm waiting for somebody to mess up and eat some big damage because of it. But so far, it hasn't happened. TVT, though, I feel like there's a decent chance. Gumiho's going to lift up a couple medevacs. He's got 2 tanks and 8 Marines. He's going to head towards the main base. Clem does have decent amount in position, actually, to stop this from coming in. A nice little anti-drop defense here. Clem is really thinking about it, and Gumiho immediately has to pull back. It does look like Gumiho is going to try to hit over here at the same time. Medevacs are really thinking about it. They will not for now. Gumiho just poking and prodding a little bit. He will be able to hit this gas. Clem scans and just trying to think about how he can get in here. Doesn't want to lose too much. But he's got to focus on this drop as well as Gumiho does go for the drop. He's going to lose one of the tanks, though. Ooh, the second tank getting kind of low. The SCVs on the attack, but they can't quite do it. This tank is going to stay alive. The Marine support, 20 SCVs going down. And this position is still here. It's going to take down the second refinery at the natural. Clem wants to dive on top of this, but he's got to handle his main base. It looks like he finally will, but man, he is taking so much damage here. Not just 20 workers, but he's losing a lot of his army as well. Clem's going to dive in on top of this. Auto turrets going down to help out against the tanks on the high ground as Gumiho's just trying to trade tank for tank here. Clem will clean this up. Let's take a look at the trades. So much better for Gumiho, man. That being said, the army supply ends up dead even. The workers definitely in favor of Gumiho, and he's got a 4th base. Not only is it on its way, it's already halfway to being a planetary. I mean, this is like a big economic lead for Gumiho right now. And I think Clem's got to do something about it. Clem being even in army supply isn't great for him because Gumiho should just be able to build more over the next few minutes. Clem is keeping up with the upgrades, though. 2-2 started for both players. But he's going to try to do something about it. Unfortunately, this is a planetary. And so these Marines going to have a tough time finding damage. Gumiho is stimming forward, but the boost and the pickup, Clem is good. You got to be careful. Oh, the missile turret. Clem going for the drop, and it's just not working for him. He's finally going to be able to drop a few of these units out. He might be able to get the Raven. Nice target fire on that Raven. That is about it. However, caused a bit of a distraction. Gumiho not necessarily in position to deal with this, but Clem a little bit clumped up here, giving Gumiho time to siege up some tanks. And Gumiho is up in army supply right now. He's got this tank on the top side as well. And Clem, he is getting some damage done here. I don't think it's enough. Gumiho on the other side of the map. Oh, this looks like a lot more on the mini-map. This is one Marine. Gumiho, get these medevacs out of here. These are full energy medevacs, Gumiho. Oh my god. This poor medevac. Oh, it's gonna boost. Get out. Now, Gumiho holds back at home. It felt a little dicey there for a second. But Clem is forced to retreat. Still down workers. And now down army supply as well. Again, Gumiho not only cleaning up that drop, taking better trades this whole game, but just mining more. Should be able to build more stuff. Still no fourth base for Clem. He is building a fourth CC, but Gumiho's been mining from this base for a couple minutes now. This is a beautiful, beautiful position for Gumiho. But Clem still has a very sizable army. He's only down a handful of army supply right now, which means that, you know, the tank count. Oh my god, I was going to say the tank count's going to be similar. No, dude, 10-4, 10-5 as the fifth one pops out. Gumiho is so much more tank heavy than Clem. That's really good for Gumiho. I'm trying to find something for Clem here, but this is feeling hard. He's got to find a good engagement. He's got to kill some tanks, hopefully. But at least take a good trade in this game. So far, it has not happened. Now, Gumiho looks like he wants to try to take this base maybe, or even the gold, as he's mining this out. But that leaves an opening for Clem. Sensor Tower is going to see it. Gumiho has moved most of his army across the map, though. Oh, and the drop's going to head towards the main base. There are triple missile turrets here. Can the medevacs sneak underneath this? I actually don't think they can. Those medevacs need to be very careful. They're just gonna go home. Gumiho was on his way across the map, so Clem, with that double drop, at least slowed Gumiho's push down, giving Clem time to max out. And no matter how good your economy is, it is dangerous when your opponent is maxed out. What are these tanks doing here? I have no idea. They decided to siege up randomly. Gumiho decides to push forward, feeling confident. Oh my god, and he is overrunning this army right now. Clem bringing some more units down to try to help support. But this is looking dicey. There's so many tanks here for Gumiho. And the Marines of Gumiho jumping on the tanks of Clem. Without those tanks, there's just no way he can fight against this. Gumiho going to move some of these tanks forward. He still has enough Marines here to defend against drops and things. But on this side, Gumiho left his wall open. And now Clem finds a way in. He's killing a bunch of workers. Clem loses a base, loses some workers of his own, but he is getting counter damage. Gumiho, though, pushing this away, pushing it back into his missile turrets. Oh, man, and this little double siege tank here is just going to get some free damage, killing some Marines and stopping Clem from moving out and giving Gumiho the opportunity to push in over on this side. Marines stim to the top of the ramp to give some vision before a scan is available. And yeah, Gumiho took some damage over here, but look at this. He's got a fifth base up and running. He is still ahead workers as he kills more SCVs. The Viking lead for Clem is nice, but I don't know if that's going to be enough here. Oh, this base is getting very low. It's getting very low. Clem. Oh, not enough repair surface area, and down it goes. Clem knocked down to 3 bases here as he takes this one, but Gumiho is stimming forward on the left side as well, and this base is not looking long for this world. Ooh, it does get repaired. Clem is here, but there's tanks for Gumiho too. Look at dicey. Gumiho is pushed away on the bottom side. Clem is going to clean this up, but it's pricey for him, and he does not have the economy to lose 17 more SCVs and take trades like that. Gumiho ends up ahead 40 army supply and 25 workers. Nice save on that one tank at the very least, and Gumiho continues to push, running into the tanks of Clem. He's just going to stim forward. That is a bold move. I don't know if I like it too much. Clem is going to take a nice win in that engagement there. Vikings pushing forward as well. Yeah, Clem feeling very good. Liberator sieging forward. He's not in a great spot. He's on 2 command centers right now as his natural and main have both lifted and landed elsewhere. He's long distance mining a lot. His economy is in the absolute dumps. I want to say if he can take a good fight, maybe he can counter push, but I just don't think it's enough. And you know what? Clem agrees as Gumiho moves in on that base once again. Clem just not able to keep up with the repositioning with the much smaller army. And Gumiho is able to close that out. It was a very long time of Gumiho having an advantage. Clem just holding on, but not quite able to hold on through the end. Game 2 is going to be on Oceanborn. Oh. I'm feeling the hunger. I'm feeling the tired too. Been a long day already. It's a good thing these games are absolute bangers. They keep me going. Oceanborn. Good TVT map, I feel like. Saw a good match on this map not too long ago. TVT. Hopefully we get a good one here. Let's hop in, join our players. Spawning in the lower right hand corner, it is Team Liquid's Clem. Clement. And his opponent in the upper left, the Towel Terran, is Gumiho. Took game 1, a very solid game 1, honestly, from Gumiho. From that first push, which did some decent damage, but it really just felt like Gumiho, he was the aggressor for the vast majority of that game. And every time Clem tried to do something on the other side of the map, there were a few times when things got damage done, but it just felt like Gumiho was getting more done on the other side. And oh man, Gumiho, he's like, all right, played a long series against Trigger last match. He's like, I want to try to end this quick. I'm up 1-0. Let's see if we can put a pin in this and just get to the finals right now. You know, I'm feeling a little sleepy, so I appreciate it. Unfortunately, Clem had the same exact thought. Well, not quite the same exact thought. It's a similar thought. A similar thought. Gumiho, though, I actually think Clem wins this, right? Isn't this just like a game winner for Clem? So, Clem's going to have 2 barracks, building Reapers. One on the other side of the map, one on his side. Gumiho is just proxying 1 Rax. I thought this was going to be a 2 Rax, but no. Oh my god, he's lifting and landing the barracks in the main. Absolute Chad maneuver right here. Tech Lab going down. Gumiho, God, I love him so much. I'm still feeling like Clem might just insta-win this. So far, he has no idea. He has not scouted anything. He has not seen anything. There's been no SCV.
Command center upgrade
He will
complete.
probably just send these 2 Reapers into the main. But the concussive shell Marauders are in the main. The call is coming from inside the house. And Gumiho, I mean, I don't know. There's a Hellion coming out for Gumiho, not a Cyclone. That worries me a little bit. If this was a Cyclone, I'd feel a little more comfortable here for Gumiho. But as it is, Clem's going to dive in. This Hellion's only halfway done, and these Reapers can start getting some damage done. But they're only able to get damage done because of the 2 concussive shell Marauders over on the other side of the map that Gumiho can start moving in with soon. That Hellion is out. Nice Reaper grenade, but it doesn't quite connect. And Gumiho loses 3 SCVs. Clem's got to be wondering what the hell is going on. And now, here it is. The moment you've been waiting for. Reaper trying to come help, but the Marauder's just going to find a little corner here and start poking at this. Third Marauder not quite out yet, so one of those Marauders will die. Clem is going to lose these boys. Oh, Marauder pops out, but it's just kind of wandering around. And it looks like the Marauder rush is over. Hold on. You got to finish this last guy off. He does kill him. Cyclone is out for Gumiho. He's going to finish off the last Reaper. Gumiho does have one more Marauder coming out. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he should keep on with that. But he's also proxying a starport because who needs a second base? Not either of these guys, apparently. Clem building a second Cyclone here. I think it's a smart choice. And he is going to go for the expansion. Gumiho, though, not going to go for that, at least for a little while. Oh my god, it's a tech lab. I thought it was going to be a medevac. I think he was just going to try to drop Cyclones in the main. No. No, dude. He's going for the tech lab. It's a beautiful thing, really. Uh-oh. Clem, dangerously close to scouting this. But I don't think he will. Gumiho's taking a CC back at home, but he is doing it in his main. This is wild. Okay. If we take stock of this game, it feels very even at the moment. Gumiho is a little bit behind in terms of supply, but it's 23 to 24 workers. Clem will have an advantage once this base is done, unless these Banshees can get some big damage done. The Reapers come in to get some damage done. They're going to get one kill. They get a second one. There you go. Second kill. Third kill, actually. But Gumiho, he's biding his time. He's like, you know what? You know what you never expect? Is the proxy cloaked Banshee starport after the proxy in your base concussive shell Marauder cheese. You never expect that follow-up to that cheese. And it's like, yeah, well, I certainly wouldn't know what to expect if I was in Clem's position here. But I guess proxy Cloak Banshee probably wouldn't have been it. Clem does have... Oh my god, I was just going to say he has a scan available and he drops a mule, which means there's no scan right now. And Gumiho's about to go in. There's not going to be a scan for a minute. There's no Raven here. Clem does not have any detection to deal with these Banshees, and that is a big problem. Banshee's going to dive on top of this Cyclone. They get it in 3 hits. Oh, man. 39, 40 energy. We're getting close, but will it even matter? Clem, he says, screw it. He's picking up. He's going across the map. The Cyclones are here. They can try to... Oh, my God, the damage. It's too much. Guys, I think Gumiho might have won with this. Back at home, he's got a couple of tanks and a couple of Cyclones. He's rebuilt a barracks. There's not a lot of support for these units, though. Maybe the 2 medevacs full of Marines can get something done. Oh, but dropping in tank range. Some Marines going down already. They do have stim, though. The Cyclones doing their best. 15 SCVs went down on the other side of the map. The Banshees are coming home, all 3 of them, to help deal with this, but most of the Marines have died already. 5 SCVs went down. Gumiho is ahead 7 workers. Not as many as I had expected, to be honest with you. Clem, I think, had quite a few extra workers because of his earlier second CC. But now it's triple Banshee. And that's only 4 Marines over here. Clem is joining up with some more units. Gumiho's going to come in here. He's already cloaked. And he's like, well, there's just not enough units here for me to kill, actually. Kills the 4 SCVs that are there and backs up again, getting even more damage done. Clem is going to try to go for a concerted push here. He did kill maybe both the Cyclones. No, one's still alive. So it's just tanks now. They have no support at all. So this tank against the Stim Marines might not be enough. It is getting repaired to at least live a little longer. But Clem does take it down. Cyclone coming down and will clean up the rest of this. And GG gets called as the Banshees just wrecking Clem's mineral line in the meantime. Gumiho cheeses and proxies his way through game 2. What a move, man. Again, I said it in the earlier series, that's the kind of stuff that makes him so terrifying. Game 1, pretty standard macro game. He was a little aggressive at the start, but it was just kind of normal TVT aggression. Big macro game. Gumiho won it. Game 2, he pulls out the stinkiest cheese you've seen in TVT in a hot minute. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Clearly, he knew the vision of the base, right? He's so smart. And now, if he plays a Terran in GSL, that Terran's got to be thinking about, what if he lands the barracks in my base? Because he just did that to Clem and took him down. And then what's the follow-up? Is it more Cloak Banshees? You never know. He's a beautiful, beautiful brain, that Gumiho. Anyways, he's going to head to the grand finals now. GG's.